Put your shoulders back a few times. And then just begin to move one and then the other. It's lovely. Just remembering that this movement is a movement, although we're moving the shoulders, we're also working into the spine, releasing tension from the facet joints. And we're just circling the shoulders backwards. This opens up that flow of energy. Opens up the heart center as well. Lift your elbows into it now. Breathe in as those elbows lift. And that space into the ribs. And then swing the arms through and underneath. So you compress the kidneys. This is the perfect stress buster. Nourishes those kidneys and also the adrenals. Into your elbows. And into your shoulders. And just feel how much more space you've got here now, how much more freedom of movement and flow. And let your shoulders relax down. Just pause for a moment. The knees soften a tiny bit. Start turning left to right. The arms are as relaxed as possible. This movement originates at the base of the spine. Just turning the hips. And the arms act like, and the arms draw the spine around. So it really helps release latent energy, which becomes a bit stuck in the facet joints, in the invertebral discs. So we'll start to let the arms lift up a bit now. That moves the awareness up towards the shoulder blades, mid-thoracic part of your spine. And then to your shoulders. Then take your arms up into the space above. And you've got a lovely feeling of freedom, of openness, letting go. Let your arms come down. Really bend your knees. Start to lift your heels from the mat. When we do it like this, it gets that awareness right down into the sacrum because it's hard to stretch down there. And then we're going up again. So now start to lift up through the sternum. Raise that energy up, get your heart rate going. Keeping the shoulders a tab, or your arms might already be in the air. That's great. Take them all the way up. Arms come down. And we're going down. Bending the knees, stretching out the quads. Hands onto your hips, circle your hips again. Then this time, hold your shoulders as still as possible and take your hips around. Still stand in place. Close your eyes for a moment and just connecting with your breath. And your weight over towards the right hand side of your foot, and then into your right heel, into the left heel. Just going to circle around a few times. You can do this with your eyes open or your eyes shut. Sometimes if you do it with your eyes shut, it can make it 10 times more challenging. Just using those core muscles, feeling down into the soles of the feet, changing your direction as well. Awareness now to the soles of your feet, and from the soles of your feet, let's begin to draw in that earth energy, that steadiness, and feel it coming into your ankles and your knees. Just check that your knee joints are soft. Rises up into the thighs, and then just parking your pelvis into neutral. So it's neither tipped forwards or backwards. Breathe in and let the awareness rise up through your spine. Just feeling into that space in your chest. Let your shoulders gently glide up towards your ears and take your shoulders back. Feel the crown of the head rising up. A few stretches for the spine now. Let the backs of the hands just face one another in front of the body, and lift both of the arms up as you breathe in. Beautiful. Shoulders relax, palms face down, and breathe out as you come down. And just come down as far as what's good for you. Bending your knees and rising up once more, stacking each vertebra. And flowing down, breathing out. As you lift up now, feel as though you're drawing light up through the front of the body. Radiant light. And as you flow down, you're drawing that light down again towards your feet. Breathing in. Light strong and vibrant. Really helping to reset your body, your energy system. Flowing down. Beautiful. Go down one more time. This time when you come down, pausing your forward bend for a moment or two. Bend your knees, let your abdomen rest onto your thighs. Now just take your hands behind at your ankles and trace the fingertips up the back line of the legs. Place your hands in underneath your ribs and lift your sternum, slide your hips forward, keep your chin down towards your chest. So we're just stretching the front of the body. Breathe in, lift up. Exhale, flow down. Hands are going to come back up through the front, drawing that light up. Radiant light. As the arms come up this time, instead of flowing down, sink into your knees and create a circle around. Right arm crosses in front of left. Exhaling. Left in front of right. On your exhalation, feel a sense of letting go. Almost sighing that breath out. Or one more time, pause with your arms up overhead. Arms face up, give us a you're raising the roof. You turn the palms away from you, so your palms are behind, and feel as though the elbows now are in line with your shoulders, and we're just stretching that latissimus dorsi muscle. The arms come down. It's time as the arms come up, rise up onto the balls of the feet, breathing in. Breathing in, breathing out. And sinking back down, arms come down. Flowing back down into your forward bend. Pausing down there for a moment or two. Then rising. Your shoulders just relax down by your sides. Just noticing again how you feel right now. Turning your head now towards the right, so just looking over your right shoulder. Breathe in as you turn your head to the front. And breathe out as you turn your head to the left. Breathe in back to the front. Breathe out to the right. Breathe in, turn into the front. And breathe out to the left. Just repeating that a few more times. Pausing. Just let the arms lift up in front. You're going to keep the knees soft and just turn from the base of the spine over towards the right. And then breathe in, bring the hands back to the middle. Moving from the base of the spine. Moving to the left. Back to the right. And just flowing with that, feeling that flow. It's like the spine's a bit like a spiral staircase. And it unfurls that lovely spiral shape. And that's it. Breathing in as you come in. And breathe now. Hands come back to the front. The arms come down. Separate your feet. Your feet facing forwards. Core muscles are on. You're going to bend your knee and sink down into your right thigh. Try and keep your weight over your ankle. And the stretch should be through the inside of the left leg. Just taking nice, slow, long breaths when you get here. Lift up through the middle and sink down into the left side. Stretching out the inner thigh on the right. And lifting, breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in as you rise up. Breathing in. Breathing as you sink. And just coming up one more time, sinking down into the left. Then just move between the two. And you might want to come down a bit lower you're coming down a bit lower, your knee will go out to the side a bit more. But just come down as low as it is for you. You might want to lift your toes off the ground. Get your hips nice and open. I always wonder if you can hear my knees. I've got really noisy knees. And then come back up. Feet facing forwards, hang down. Just swing between your two big toes. And then place your hands down onto the mat. You want to have your feet quite wide apart. And all we're going to do is turn from the base of the spine and raise your right arm up above your body. So it's vertical, looking up towards that right hand. Lovely. Breathe in. Expand the ribs, breathe out, bring your hand down towards your armpit and then onto the ground. Turn from the base of the spine, bring your left hand in towards your armpit and then raise it up, looking up. Lovely, breathing in and breathe out as it comes down. And just repeating that a few times. Make it like a two-part movement. So you take your arm up, elbow bends, and then you release the arm up, hand comes back towards your armpit and down. And then bring both arms down, walk your feet together, and then just come down into whatever your squat is. Give your knees a bit of a twist from side to side. And can you feel that in your toes? It's like it moves all the toes around. And then all we're going to do is sit down, place the soles of your feet together, and then we've got a little butterfly stretch. So you're going to press your knees down towards the mat. Breathe in, lift both knees up. Breathe out, press the knees down. And then just relax one side, press the other side down, doesn't matter which one. And then release that, the one you were pressing, press the other one. So we're going to do something called rock the baby. And there's a couple of alternatives. The first one you can do is you can have the side of your foot in your hand, wrap your arm around your knee, and you're just rocking your leg from side to side. The other one you can do is lift up your foot, place your foot into the crook of your elbow, wrap your arms around your leg, and give it a nice rock. It's up to you which one you do. So you can either hold your foot with your hand, or you can pop your foot into your elbow. It feels a bit strange, and then we just give our babies a nice rock. Move it around a little bit. Doing the same on the other side, so either into your hand or placing your foot into the crook of your elbow, wrap your arm and give your baby a rock. Oh. We're coming down now onto one side. You come onto your right side, I think. Is that the side? The side I can see you, first of all, that's probably best. And in fact, you might just want to observe this first of all, because it's a new one that I've not done with you before. One of them I have. So you're going to come down onto the mat, have a little cushion for your head. And first of all, you want to have both knees at a right angle, and you can line your shins up with the side of your mat. And then I just have my hand just here to support myself. And then you're going to breathe out. And the first thing you're going to do is lift that top leg up. So there's about 10 centimeters gap between your knees. You want to make sure you're using this muscle on the side here, this glute medius. And we just do a couple of those. So breathe in, breathe out. And then we'll do that maybe 2 or 3 times. And then the second stretch we're going to do is to straighten the leg out on the bottom, let the knee come over the top. Then we're going to lift the leg up, that's on the bottom, lifting it up straight. And it's a stronger version of that one. So we'll do the top one first of all. So the knees are bent. Breathe out, gently engage your core muscles, about 10%, because they engage anyway. And then you're going to lift that top leg up and just hold it. So there's about 10 centimeters gap between your knees. And make the leg as relaxed as possible. And I'm hoping you can feel it just here in the side of your glute medius. I'm just going to hold. And then release. Breathe in, lift. And then just one more. And then the second one is to straighten the leg out that's underneath. Let your top knee come over so it's resting on the ground. Breathe out. And then you're going to lift that leg up that's on the bottom. Just hold him for a few seconds. Quite strong. And release. Keep breathing in, lifting that leg. And just breathing steadily in that strengthening shape. And let it go down. And then one more. Beautiful, let it go down. Bring your knees back together. We'll do everything on one side first of all. Extend both arms out in front. And then you just begin your lovely shoulder spiral. So remember to let your head roll across your mat. And just spiraling that arm around. And comes to thigh to knee. And then the 2 palms reconnect. And we're stretching out the pecs. And this is such a lovely relaxing movement. And then this time your arm goes behind. Oh, bless. Just pause with that arm behind. That's if you've not got a dog in the way. And then once you get your arm down, turn your head so you're looking towards your left hand. And just relax your shoulders down and try to let your shoulders come down to the mat. And then let that hand come down, past the hip, back to your knee, both palms reconnect. And turn over onto the other side. So you can just turn over if you want to. First time, so turning over, shins are in line with the side of the mat, legs are at 90 degrees to the body, and breathe out, and then lifting your right leg, your knee, just holding. Knee come down. And then lifting. And release. And then just one more. And let the leg come down. Straighten the leg out that's underneath. The leg on top be your support leg. Breathe out and then lifting that leg that's underneath. And you're trying to use the glute medius that we've just strengthened on the other side. Okay. And go. And then just one more. They bring both knees together. Arms are extended at shoulder height. And then you begin your spiral. Spiraling away any tension, any tiredness, keeping the fingers in connection with the ground. And then this time your arm goes behind. Just pause and relax for a moment or two. You might even want to close your eyes. Your shoulder relax down onto the mat. Turn your head so you're looking away. And rejoin with the other hand. Pull your cushion out from underneath and turn onto your tummy. Separate your feet wide, heels in, toes pointed out. One arm on top of the other and come into a crescent crocodile pose. And breathe in long, hold, steady, even breaths. Feeling the body relax down onto the mat, onto the earth. Feeling the support. And then bringing your heels in closer together. Sliding your hands underneath your shoulders and lifting yourself back into the pose of a child. Forehead resting on the mat. And then bringing your hands back by your ankles. And breathing into your shoulders, breathing into your spine. And then slowly beginning to emerge from the mat. And you might just want to sit for a moment or two. And you can sit with your legs crossed, just sit however you choose. Nice long straight spine, breathing steadily and evenly. Just entering into that place of peacefulness. And continue to slowly open your eyes. I'm going to do a little bit of demonstrating for you. So we've got an interesting little sequence. And I quite like it when people give me a suggestion on what to do. It's nice to hear what you fancy doing. So if any of you guys have got any suggestions what you fancy doing, because sometimes I forget what I know and you remember what you like. So if you've got something to tell me, and I'll weave it in next week. So this little flow, I've not got a name for it, and but it's lovely, and it takes you through Bhima pose, which is that strong sideways stretch. And when we work with Bhima, it really helps to activate your willpower and your courage and your strength. Big sideways stretch activates digestive organs, and it's a real open and release. From there, we come down, we do a downward facing dog, and then we work with the pigeon that opens up all the hips. So it activates that strong flow, that emotional sort of stuff. And then we come down onto the mat and we do the full stage cobra. So that gives you a lovely back bend as well. So it works all the major muscles in the body. So here we go. So, are you ready? That's great. What we'll do is we'll do the Bhima on both sides though. So we only kind of do it. We only do it once because it's quite a strong one to do. Okay. So if you bring yourself over to the left-hand side of your mat, we'll step to the right first of all. And we're going to start with Tadasana. So get your feet hip distance. Align your body so you feel strong. It's a very strong sequence. Awareness rise up through your legs. Park your pelvis. Gently lift that pelvic floor, lift sternum, take your shoulders back. Take a few breaths. Let your palms come together and gently press your palms together. Pull your wrists apart, turn your fingers down towards the ground. Your hands come in. And then a big step out to the right. Take your right foot 90 degrees to the right. Take your left heel back. Feel as though you're sending roots down through your legs. Pop your core muscles on, breathe in, lift both arms up, and then extend the arms. Breathing in as you lengthen your spine, and then as you breathe out, you're going to bend that right knee. And you want to have your right knee somewhere over your ankle. So a few things happen here. You're going to bring your right forearm down towards your thigh, release over towards the left and take that right arm up above so you've got that diagonal stretch. And then pressing down through the outside rim of your left foot, turning your sternum towards the front, stacking your shoulder blades, and that arm extends up on that diagonal, and you can look up towards your hand. And then be aware of your tummy button, that Manipura center, that navel, and draw it back in towards your spine. Breathing in and breathing out. We're going to bring that hand down and create a circle around, lift up, bring your foot forwards, arms relax. And do the footwork on the left side now, so turn your left foot 90 degrees, take your right heel back. Breathe in, breathe out, bend that left leg. Bring your left forearm down, reach across towards the left, take your arm up into that diagonal. Just reaching through, really breathing into the ribs on that side. You can look up towards your hand if you want to, or keep your head in line with the spine. You're in shoulder blades, stacking your shoulders. Strong Bhima pose, stretching out the side of the body. Beautiful, let that arm come down, create that circle. This time lift up, bring both feet forward, arms lift. We're going to come down into a nice forward bend. Relaxing down there, you can bend your knees, you can move from side to side, and just feel as though you're releasing your spine. Bring the contents of your head forwards, down. And then begin to rise back up. Oh, sorry, walk your feet closer together, paying attention to each step. And then you're going to stand up slowly. Bring the arms down by your side, taking your shoulders back. Take a step towards the right side and then turn. And then bring your palms together. And then all you're going to do is lower your knees down. Place both palms down onto the mat. Toes are tucked under. Breathe out. Lift up, take your abdomen towards your thighs and lift up into Adho Mukha Svanasana dog pose. And then in your dog, just walk your dog a few times. So you're stretching out those lovely hamstrings. The head's between the arms, stretching that spine. And then your right knee is going to come in towards your chest. And then take your weight forward into your hands. Rotate your leg so your shin is straight across your mat. Place your knee down. And then with the other leg, slide it back. And you want to slide your heel in towards your hip bone. Or just get yourself into wherever feels good for you. You want your hips square. And then bring your elbows down and let your body relax down here. And you could even bring your chest down, whatever feels good. This is a pose for you to explore. And when you get there into your pigeon pose, just relax. Don't hold on to anything. And this releases tension from the hips, from the piriformis. Start to come back up now. So place your palms back down onto the mat. You can lift your sternum, tuck your toes underneath. And you're going to take that leg back to the other leg. Bring your hips into balance. You can wiggle your hips from side to side. Just walk it out. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. So lift your left knee in towards your chest. Take your weight forward. Rotate your legs so your shin's across your mat, so the sole of your foot's facing up. Take your right leg back and slide your heel in towards your hip bone. That's it. And then lower yourself down, so forearms come down, head relaxes down, and get yourself down into your comfy pigeon. Long, slow breaths while you're down there, releasing any tension. If it feels painful, go back to where you felt okay. Bring your palms back down onto the mat. Your toes under. Lift back up into your dog. Have a little wiggle. Move around. And then you're going to come down onto your tummy. So just lower yourself down however you wish. Get comfy. Slide both arms out in front as if you're flying. Forehead down, breathe out. And then at the base of your spine, visualize that there's a warm glow, a nice ruby red glow at the base of the spine. And as you breathe in, that ruby red glow travels up through your spine, up through those energy centers. Press palms into the mat, let your head come off the mat. And your chest. Once you arrive here, just taking a few breaths. Tuck your head in, let the body come down. Take a breath in between. Bring your hands back in one hand length. So the elbows will be slightly bent now. Forehead still down. As you breathe in, lifting up again. Forearms lift off the mat, palms press down. Torso lifts, head in line with the spine, breathing in and breathing out. Your head in, coming back down. This time you're going into Sphinx. We're going to stay here for a moment or two. So breathe out. Make sure glutes are relaxed. And as you breathe in, that warm glow rises up through your spine. Elbows come in underneath your shoulders. And shoulders are above the elbows. Separate your fingers wide. Chin parallel to floor. Pressing your palms down. And imagine there's a thread. Beautiful thread attached to the sternum. And that thread draws you forwards. You've got compression in the lumbar, and around that area, visualize an orange glow, amber. Feel it soothing and nurturing that area. Put your head in, take your elbows out to the side, come back down. Now, if you want to repeat that Sphinx pose, you can. If you want to go into crocodile pose, you can. Or if you want to come into Bhuganasana Cobra, bring your hands back so your hands are underneath your shoulders. Breathe out. And again, feel that ruby red glow travel along your back from ruby red into the sacrum where it goes orange, but then lifting up a bit further towards the middle of your back, towards solar plexus, and it's bright yellow, golden like the sun. Elbows are in towards the body. And just holding your cobra pose, your striking cobra, you're rising up. Coming down when you're ready. Placing your body back down, one vertebra at a time. And then come into your crocodile pose. So separate your feet, fold one arm on top of the other, forehead rests onto your arms. And as you breathe, really press the belly down towards the mat. And you may feel like a pulsation in that area. You might feel that Manipura center. Directing my energy and dynamism constructively. My life is filled with purpose. So silently affirm, I'm directing my energy and dynamism constructively. My life is filled with purpose. Breathing in, breathing out. Feel as though you're breathing that light in through the back of your body. And then you're going to slide your heels closer together and bring yourself into the pose of a child. Bringing your hands back by your ankles when you are ready. When you feel that you want to rise up, just gently rise back up. You might just want to sit for a moment before getting ready for Shavasana. There's some strong poses today, and they all, well, the first two activate that Manipura center, that jewel city, dynamic solar energy. So it gives you energy, it helps you to feel more dynamic, gives you confidence and enthusiasm. And now I'm going to take a lovely rest. So allow yourself to come down onto your mats, onto your backs. Pop your socks on and your blankets and your cushions and make sure you feel super cozy. Your feet, your toes roll out to the sides. Just having a moment where you scan through your body. Just scanning through and checking in with how you're feeling today. Just circling your toes around a few times. And just feel how that activates the whole of the legs. Then let your legs relax and just turn your head from left to right, right to left. Smoothly rolling the back of the head along the mat. And then roll your arms in towards your body. And roll your arms away. And then just pause with your palms facing up and your head facing forwards. Breathe in and tighten all the muscles in your body. Squeeze into them. And then breathe out and soften. Let your body just feel supported by the ground. And then just following your breath, following the in-breath in. And noticing that exhalation as you breathe out. Gentle rise and fall of the chest. And that expansion and release through the belly, through the abdomen. And then after all these strong postures today, I'm going to complement them perfectly with some softness and some nurturing. So the soles of your feet feel as a warm glow, a soft light, orangey, pinky, whatever colour soothes you. Just feel as though the soles of the feet, the toes are surrounded by them. And just breathe it in, allow it to soothe the bones in your feet, tiny muscles. Breathing it up and into your ankles, into your shins and calf muscles. And breathe it out. And that soothing light arrives in your knees, back of the knees and the front of the knees. And as you breathe in, it moves into the legs, into the quads, and the strong bones in your legs. to your hips of your pelvis. Breathe out. Soothing light arrives into the hips, into the glutes, and it moves into the organs within that area, creating an essence of ease, space. As you breathe out, you simply let go. Soothing light becomes present in the belly. Breathing in a softness, an expansion, breathing out, letting go. And that softness now in the chest, in the heart and in the lungs. Soothing light fills every space, every tissue. Breathing out. Soothing the arms and the hands, shoulders. Soothing light moves into the neck. It soothes the throat. Now it soothes the face, your eyes, your jaw, top of the head, back of the head. Now inviting you to breathe in any part of your body that might need a bit of extra attention today. Allow that light to move there. And just spend a few moments breathing in and breathing out. Then I invite you to spend just a few moments resting here. In this place of space, in this sanctuary of peacefulness, this healing place. Then we're going to begin this process of reawakening. A reawakening begins with a nice stretch and breathing in and hearing the sound of your breath. And as you breathe out, move your fingers, move your toes, have a smile. And imagine that light once more and feel as though it's surrounding the whole of your being. And as you breathe in, it becomes brighter and brighter. And then that light begins to pour down through the crown of the head. And as it flows through you, it energizes you like a river of light, flowing down through the spine, down through each energy center, bringing vitality, enthusiasm. Down it goes down into your arms and down into your hands, down into your legs and into your feet. And just either bringing your knees in towards your chest or turning over onto one side. Just moving in a way that's absolutely perfect for you today. Taking your time to reawaken. Pressing your palms down into the mat and bringing yourself into a seated position. Just sitting with your eyes closed for a moment. Affirming once more. I am directing my energy and dynamism constructively. My life is filled with purpose. I am directing my energy and dynamism constructively. My life is filled with purpose. Breathing those words through you. Let your hands, your fingers come together, your palms come together. Rub your hands together. Get some warmth into your hands. And then place your palms over your eyes. Your eyes open up into your palms. Separate your fingers, let the light come through and begin to give your face a tap in your jaw. Open your eyes. And just give yourself a dust off. The other side hug as well. And then we'll just end by taking the palms up above your head. Your palms come together and your hands come down into your heart. And Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May all beings be at peace. Coming back into this space, coming back into Tuesday. And I do hope that you enjoyed this morning's class, a little bit different. Some new stuff in there. And I should look forward to seeing you again next week. And so if you've got anything you fancy doing, just let me know, because it always helps me. So I've enjoyed creating this sort of class out of suggestions.